Mध्यस्थಿದೆ ಕೆಲಸ Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to you guys?
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Give me yes in the chat. Am I audible, guys? Ma'am, can we start?
Hello and very good evening, all. I welcome you all to your next session for Full Stack with MERN track. Let us wait for a few more minutes for others to join. Then we will begin with the session. Till then, I'll take the doubts and queries. Is it a group project or single? It is individual project. Individual person should do the whole thing. Ma'am should be enrolled for the project provided in the skill wallet. Yes, you need to enroll for that. So we will wait for 2 or 3 more minutes. Then we will begin with the session as the count is very less. So we will wait for 2 or 3 minutes more. Then we will begin. Hello all, once again very good evening all. I welcome you all to your next session for Full Stack with MERN track. Technologies. Today we will start with JavaScript. Sorry. Today we will start with JavaScript. Okay. So let us start with our today's session. For today's session, I will hand over it to Mr. Ajay Yadav. Ajay, over to you.
Hey, good evening all. So everyone,
Ajay, we can't hear you.
yes ma'am, hello, am I audible ma'am? Hello ma'am. Am I audible? Okay. So let's begin with the session. Okay. So we already completed HTML, CSS. I hope. Okay. So in our MERN stack, we will start a JavaScript. Okay. So what is a JavaScript? Anyone having an idea? Anyone having idea what? Yes. You can mention in a Q&A. Okay. A scripting language. What is the meaning of scripting language? It adds the functionality to the HTML and CSS file. Great. Functionality lang. Okay. Runtime environment for Node.js. No. Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript. You said vice versa. Okay. So let's start. Let me share my screen. Scripting means designed to automate tasks. Yeah, great. Okay. So let me open the actually draw. Okay. Can we use the project provided in skill wallet or should we develop the project from the scratch? You have to
I'll
make.
take up this, Ajay.
Okay.
See, the project given there is a reference thing. Okay. So you can take reference from that project, but we would recommend you to build your own project. Okay. That is just for your reference. If you get stuck, you can take help from that. Understood? Over to you, Ajay.
Okay, guys, you all of you already suggest me. It is a scripting language. So how can I run a JavaScript? First, let's talk about what is a JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript, I can say a high level language. Okay, anyone having idea about a high level language? It's run in a console. No, I am talking about what is a high level language now. Human understandable, yeah, it is closer to the human. Okay, if it is a closer to the human level, human language, that means it hard to understand to the computer. So it is easy for us, not for the computer. Okay, so I can say JavaScript is a high level language, or I can say JavaScript is a dynamic programming language used for client side web development. Okay, and creating interactive web pages. Okay, so few thing I mentioned about JavaScript. You already mentioned many thing here. Okay, great. So I can say JavaScript is a high level programming language, and JavaScript is a interpreted. Uh, Anyone having idea about interpreter? What is interpreter? Check line by line, check by line and execute. Okay, great. So I already told, that means before that we are using a browser to interpret our HTML code. Okay, and I want to run, I want to give some logic. Okay, some logic to my code. Okay, I want to make my page dynamic. What is meaning of dynamic, guys? Anyone having idea what is meaning of dynamic? Changeable, yeah, we can say that. So in the world of programming, if I talking about, okay, so dynamic type language means it's stand out as a ones where the interpreted assigns the variable type at a runtime. Okay, and based on it the value at the moment. Okay, that value what we take any in the variable. Okay, this feature allow for the greater flexibility in our coding. Adaptable, changeable, yeah, we can say changeable. I'm talking about that during like when it stand out as a ones where the interpreter assign the variable. So at the base of a runtime, I at the moment I can able to change the value. Runtime operations, yes. So it is a unnecessary to declare the variable type. When declaring a variable explicitly, we will see what is implicit, what is explicit. Okay, enough further today. Okay, so what is the limitation in a HTML CSS? So we are using a JavaScript. So if we're talking about limitation, so the simple static HTML, uh, if I having, okay, so it having lack of responsiveness, but include images, text and button and all those things. Okay, and the website need to be used utilized from a business or a customer standpoint. So if I talking about in a, if I give you the general example. Okay, uh let's go here. Okay, and let's assume if this is a car, okay, the whole thing a car, so this part will be the, if this is a html, okay, so this part will be the structure only, okay. So html provide our website structure only, and if this is a css, so this will be car with design, okay. And if there is js, so this is car with engine, I can say, or this is engine. So html provide us structure, and css used for the design, and car is used for the brain, okay, logic or extra functionality what we want to add there, okay. So how can we run now, we will talk about how can we run a javascript. So javascript we can run inside a writing a script, and I can run here, like I can write a javascript code. So console dot log is generally, I can say, okay. So here I can write the code of javascript now, okay. So if I mention here, okay, how it will be executed, okay, if I mention something here, so how it will execute it. See, if I like go live and I inspect that, and see in a console I am getting hello world, okay. So how this is executed, so we know guys, for html, for this html, we having something that is called browser work as a interpreter, and inside a browser we having a uh, inside a browser we having something, okay. So that is called vs8 engine, or we called v8 engine, okay, v8 engine, okay. So this engine is a interpreter of javascript, okay. So it will interpret our this code, this part of the code, okay. Now if I want to mention something in javascript, okay, I want to do something externally, so I can make a file, okay, like example. If I having something like this, okay, so I will console something here, I will write the same code, that is hello world, okay. So you know how to connect, here you can mention as rc, okay, and example, and if I goes there, Now refresh this. I still getting hello world here. Okay, so what if I don't want a HTML file to execute? I want to direct run it from here. So I required Node.js in my system. Okay, so download Node. Okay, download it from here. You can download it from here. So this is run JavaScript everywhere. Okay, inside your IDE. Okay, if I run this, I will get not getting anything. If I write a note example .js, okay, not getting why. If I go in a terminal, actually it's my system problem. I don't have node. Okay, so make a setup with this. Like first, I'm not able to run because I don't have this. So first download this one, and you will able to run this. Okay, you should having a node version inside your system. Okay, so what is how node.js will execute? Because we having a interpreter, we are using Chrome having a v8 engine. Okay, but this um, node.js, what node.js have that able to make run? So node.js also built on a base of a v8 engine. Okay, and it is uses the same thing, okay, to execute our this file. If I do my autosave, okay, now I able to install, and if I run this, I am getting hello world. Okay, so let's talk about more about JavaScript. So JavaScript is slightly fast, that's why we use. Okay, and we already discussed highly responsive JavaScript don't require a compilation step. As we mentioned already, Java is a interpreted language. Okay, and it can enhance the functionality. So what make them so loved by programmers? It is very with 90% of utilize the JavaScript in some capacity. So if I give you some example, okay, like where we are using currently in a JavaScript. So if I talk about a social media platform, so one of example is a Facebook. Okay, which uses JavaScript for various feature uh, to log in. Okay, and Facebook uses JavaScript to load your personalized news feed, which includes post, all those things. So all those things in a Facebook, if you see, that is nothing, that is a JavaScript logic. Okay, so we already mentioned, and you having not one homework you have to read it why, like why JavaScript is popular. You have to search for it. Okay. In the next session, I will ask. Okay. So let's talk about role of JavaScript in web development. So having this, okay, and this is my, if this is my front end client, and this is a browser. Okay, client came and give a request through the browser, and it will go to the web server, and business logic then we having a storage. Okay, so in every website you will see this structure. If you see every website having this structure. Okay, let's go to the next step. So what client is doing, client make a request to the server through the HTML, full of HTML font. Okay, and then we having a JS that able to fetch a data from a database. Okay, we having API that is logic in a JS. Okay, so this is called through diagram. This is called what JavaScript is doing here, server side rendering. Okay, here it is used for the server side rendering. So the server generate, okay, the server generate the complete HTML for page and send it to the browser. Okay, it will send it to the browser, and the browser receive a fully built page and display it immediately. Okay, so a client can make a request on a browser, it go to the server. Okay, and it, we in backend we are using a JS, and JS will response, like if we get a response through a server in a form of full of HTML. So here server side rendering is happening. JS used for the both server side rendering as well as client side rendering. We will see. Okay, if I talk about this diagram. Okay, so I having a client that make a request on a server. Okay, server will provide a basic HTML, and we having a client. In the client side we having a logic in a JS form. Okay, in a language of JS, and it will request to fetch. So we currently see it is also used for the fetching from data from a database, and also it will provide client side rendering after basic HTML. It will also use in a client side rendering to fetch a data from database. Okay, so what is happening here, the browser download a minimal HTML file, and the JavaScript run in a browser to build the web page dynamically. Okay, got it. So what is the utility of JavaScript in a front end? Now we are like currently reading the front end. So front end web developer create the code and markup that is displayed by a browser when you visit website. In other words, they determine what you see on a web page. Okay, So to build a web page, there is three main thing component, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We already know, and will okay, let's come here. Okay, so these three component work in a harmony to create a effective website. Okay, we having three language to build a website. For every website, this will be necessary, these three: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so I'm talking about utility of front end. So it make interactivity, we already seen in a diagram. Okay, it make a interactivity of a client side rendering. And there is a Ajax. Anyone know what is Ajax? Ajax. Ajax stand for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So in this case, it enables the web page to communicate with the web and server in a background without requiring a page reload. So we will see Ajax. After that, we will see React. Okay. So this is an intro of JavaScript. Anyone having doubt till I already talked about the JavaScript engine, that is V8. Okay, Chrome use V8, and like Firefox use Spider Monkey, Safari use JavaScript code, Microsoft use Chakra. Chakra. Okay, you can note down this. Now, no doubt, everyone clear up to this? Anyone having any doubt regarding this topic? I talk about JavaScript. Okay, give an intro JavaScript, how to run JavaScript. Okay, how JavaScript code executed. Okay, and why is JavaScript popular? You have to search about this. Okay, this is your work. And the role of JavaScript in web development. Okay, and I talk about the client side rendering and this server side rendering. Okay, okay, so we already seen this JavaScript is a dynamic and versatile language. Now let's talk about variable in JavaScript. So what is variables, guys? What is variables? Containers. Great, great. Yeah, simply containers, you can say. What is in a simple term, in a mathematic language, in a normal, which can store the data? in a normal language, what we can say, what is variable? So in a simple word, if I say in a programming language, so it is means a name given, okay, a name assigned anything that is variable to a memory location that serve as a temporary data container. Okay, when we mention some variable, so there will be a data container created inside the memory, and variable reserve a memory location and used to store the value. So this is called a container. Okay, so if I talking about this x is equal to rate, so if I'm talking about a value reference, so if I mention x variable, so it in memory allocated for the variable, and now setting the new value, like I giving x is equal to blue, x is equal to red. Okay, so changing the value reference, so we having a variable name and memory located for the variable. Okay, and we can change the value of the variable. Okay, so let's go to the id. Okay, how to declare a variable in a javascript. Okay, okay, so we having three things, that is let, where, let, const. Okay, so where declare a, okay, it's like this. Let me write some example. Okay, where a equal to 10, let b is equal to 10, and const c is equal to 30. Okay, and if I log this, all those things, I am able to print it like this. Okay, console.log we are using to print any value. Okay, uh, like if you know, already know, I assume that you already know the C language or C++ language. So inside that we having something called C out for C++ language, and for C language we having a print. Okay, so it is similar to that. Okay, so we can print like console.log b and c. Okay, if I run that, I will get a 10, 20, 30. Okay, so we having three things, where, let, const. Okay, why we having three things? Anyone know already about what is where, let, const? What is why where, let, const? Why not only where? Why not only let? Why not only const? Okay, so if I talk about where, okay, so where is a reserved keyword that is followed by a reference variable name, and the name defined after the keyword can then be used as a pointer to data in a memory. So where is a oldest method, if I can say, and used as a variable declaration. Okay, in javascript, so it is oldest one. Okay, we are using. So so if I talk about where versus let versus const. Okay, so where is a functional scope? If I talk about the scope, okay, so where is a functional scope? We will see what is functional scope. And let is a block scope, and const is a uh, also a block scope. uh, I'm not want to mention hosting. Okay, I if I talking about reassignment, so we can able to reassign the variable. Okay, uh, that is declare with a var. Okay, we can also redeclare it. Okay, but for a late we cannot redeclare. For a const we cannot redeclare. Okay, and we can reassign the var. Okay, we can reassign the late, but we cannot reassign the const. So there is some problem in a var. So late and const came after that for the block scope. Okay, it is not easy to distinguish, okay, between them. So if I see in a ppt, so here, okay, variable in javascript. So let block scope and mutable mean that the value we can reassign. Okay, and we can change the value. Okay, is a mutable. And const is a block scope and immutable and cannot be reassigned and cannot be redeclared. Late cannot be redeclare also, but where can redeclare, reassign. Okay, so there is a three things to distinguish between them. If I'm talking about where late and const, first thing is scope, second thing is assignment, okay, reassignment, and third thing is redeclaration. Fourth thing is hosting. We will see what is the meaning of hosting. Okay, let's move forward. Let's talk about a data type in a javascript. So what is meaning of data type? Anyone? What is meaning of data type? Type of data. What is data type? Data type. Data is stand for, what is meaning of data? Information. Okay, so information we can simply say. Okay, so as a beginner, first we will see what is data type. Okay, so there is a two types of data: primitive types and non-primitive types in a javascript. So in primitive type we having a first type, that is number. Okay, so number contain a integer and float. Okay, a string. Okay, it string, that is text data, boolean, undefined, symbol, that is unique identifier, and big int. These are the data type. You can see primitive data type having, there is only five primitive data type, that is string, number, boolean, null, undefined. Okay, and there is some symbols also. Okay, so if I talk about the non-primitive types. So we having object, array, and function. Okay. So in every programming language, data type are very essential. Okay. Concept, having knowledge about use, we having knowledge about the type of variable. Okay. So we having a five type of primitive data. If I talk about, okay, first one is number. Second one is null. Okay, null means there is nothing value. Okay, strings, and then we having something that is called undefined, and then we having boolean. So inside a num, what it will take? Integer. Okay, integer and float. Everyone aware about integer and float, right? Integer. Okay, integer means anything. Okay, minus infinite to plus infinite number. And what is a float? Decimal numbers. Okay, in programming language, int means we called it a complete number. Okay, and float means decimal number. So what is null? When we define null, that means nothing. Okay, and what is a string? Or a string means text type data. And when undefined, we didn't define anything. Okay, we didn't define any variable, so it will come. Okay, and what is boolean? 0 and 1, or true and false also. Okay, so let's talk about data type. Okay, so if I having something primitive data, and inside that I having all those things: string, number, boolean, null, undefined, and symbol. So we didn't count this. Okay, and if I talk about in, sorry, let, okay, name. Okay, so like this, if I define something, okay, and I provide a how we define with late, const, or where. So how we decide the data type? Okay, so when we define something like late name is equal to Okay, we pull, and then age 25 is approved, false. So when we give the value, okay, when we provide a value, then it will like take care of that. Oh, it is a string type. Okay, when I provide some value, then it will be decided this variable gonna be string type. Okay, how can check this? So if I console dot log, okay, and type of, okay, I having a function type of, okay, and if I run this, I will get string. Okay, so I didn't mention anything. If you are like using a type of, you can find out which type of data is. Okay, so any doubt up to this in data type, guys? Any doubt? If you don't have, you can mention no. Okay, clear. Okay, we having something called object. Okay, so we having array. Okay, so we can mention array like this, and we having object type, so we define object like this, and then you already know we having a function, so function is defined like this. Okay, so this is a non-primitive data type. Okay, function is a object in a JavaScript. We will see when we learn about that. Okay, let's like learn one concept, that is implicit type conversion. Okay, so when we convert a number to a string, and a string to number, and a string to boolean, okay, and number to boolean, or boolean to number, okay, null to number, or something null to a string, okay, like this. So this is called explicit. First this is implicit. Okay, let's see. Okay, and what will be the size taken in like our memory? Let's talk about size taken. Okay, it will take a 2 bytes. Okay, number, and size, number take a 4 byte. Okay, there is a no size for this. Okay, for a string, because it is not defined properly. Okay, and there is a char. If that is a char, it will take a 2 bytes. Okay, it depend on your like text size, and undefined take 1 bytes, and also the null and boolean, all those things take a 1 byte in our memory. What is bytes? What is meaning of byte? In 1 byte, how many bits? What is bits? Anyone know? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. What is bits? And what is bits? What is 8 bits? What will be 8 bits? I write 80 and 1. If I write 81 or 80 or 80 and 1, then it will be 8 byte. If I write uh, 1, okay, 1 1, so it will take 1 bits. Okay, if it is boolean type, then it will take 1 bits in memory. Okay, and it will also take 1 bits. Okay, so if I write 0 0 1 0 1, okay, 0 1 0, so this is a number of 8. Okay, so this will, the size of this string will be 8. Okay, so let's see the example of implicit. Okay, so let I having something called numstr, and inside that I am having some number. I take 10. Okay, if you can use a semicolon, and you also skip this. So in a javascript, okay, it is very simple language, guide. You don't have to mention, you have to use a semicolon. Okay, this is a best practice. And I'm doing late. Okay, num equal to something called num str, and I am doing plus 5. Okay, so what will be output of this? What will be output of these guys? Num str plus 5. I'm like adding in a string. Anyone? What will be the output? The output will be 15. Okay, let's check. Okay, console.log num, and we will say console.log type of num. Okay, so num str plus 5 will be 15, because when we do plus, okay, so this thing, okay, what will be in a right side str, when it will see plus, it will convert it into the number, and we will do a plus 5, then the output will be 15. And let's see what is type of nums. Sorry. Okay, having no response, so it will like that, it will make a it will concatenate, guys. Sorry about that, it will not convert, it will see plus 5, okay, 5c plus 5, then it will convert it, and it see in its left side is a string, it will convert it into a string, and the output will be 105. Okay, and types of num will be string. Okay, let's see, string 105 string. I'm printing something. Okay, so this is, we converted number to string. Okay, let's see, string to number, we can also able to change string to number. Okay, and we can also do let n is equal to number of strs to convert into a number. Okay, see here, having some string, okay, like having num1, okay, and I will take a same example, don't worry. And instead of will be output, this is also a implicit conversion, what will be output? Am I audible, guys? What will be output here? For plus I am getting 105, for minus I mention a hint here, string to number. What will be output, guys? Anyone? Anyone having doubt regarding this? This let n equal to num str plus 5. Anyone doubt regarding this? Anyone having doubt regarding this, guys? Console statement. I have to explain the console statement. It is you can now see it is equivalent to the console, and you have to mention a log. Okay, and if I talk about a console, so it is a already declared, okay, uh, in our library. Okay, you can say declare where console, and inside that we having a property. Okay, many property here mentioned that you can see number. Okay, for a string, and we will having log also, this log also. So here log, so it will provide a data and any, okay, and that is why, so it will print. Okay, basically there is an interface. So this is not a JavaScript, this is a Java language. Okay, so if I talk about a console statement, so console is a interface. Okay, console is a interface written as a Java. Okay, and see, some library of JavaScript are written in a Java, and some library of JavaScript written in a C++. So we can see the example, console written as a this JavaScript. Okay, and if I talk about this console dot log, so in interface we having interface, that is console, we having log, that will be printers. Got this, Rajesh? Got the idea what is console is? It is a interface that will provide some value. Okay, that will print some value in our console, in our terminal. Okay, so logic written behind that. Okay, here we will get a string to a number. That means what will be the output? Console dot log num, and if I run this, I am getting a 5. Okay, for above 5 above, if I mention plus, okay, plus num, okay, plus num star. So if plus in the right side of a string, the string converted into the number, and if plus right, sorry, plus left side in a num, it will convert it into the number, and same thing for the number also. It if plus left side of the number, okay, it will be converted into the string. So I am doing plus num str plus 5. So first it will convert it into the number, that is 10 plus 5 15. And here if I'm doing num star minus, and it, if it will see num star right in a if string c, the minus in a right side also, if it it is instead of minus, if we having 10 star 5, okay, or we having a divide symbol, so it also converted, num star also converted into the, like a string also converted into the number, okay. So this is implicit concept, okay. And if I talking about implicit concept for a boolean, if I talk about, so let some flag, okay, and inside that I having value true, okay. And if I let result, okay, result is equal to something like bool plus 5, okay. So what will be the output? See, the same concept, okay. So if bool c in right side, it is opposite of the, it is opposite of the string. If bool c right in the right side is plus, okay, so it will convert it into number, that is 1, okay. And the output will be, if I do console dot log answer, so answer will be 6, 5 plus 1. So bool is not defined, uh, by mistake. See, I'm getting 6, okay. You can see the same output in the console of our HTML, guys. Here I am getting 6, okay. So like this, we having a null also. For a null also we can implicit the null also, you have to search about this, okay. Let's see the explicit conversion, okay. So explicit method is that inside that we have to mention, okay. uh, let answer again, comment this out, and I having something uh, that is equal to number of, if I mention number of something, okay. And here I mention some string like 2 4 5 6 something. And if I do the console.log and type of answer, so it will be the number type, okay. The type is number and I am getting a number type, okay. And here I have to mention a number, okay. And if I talk about a number, so all face music converted into, okay. So I have to mention that please make it into the number. And I'll take string into the number. to Boolean, and we can also do vice versa. We are already doing a string to number, and here I can mention to a string. Okay, so if I mention something here and I take a string, so able to convert like that. Okay, a number to uh, like Java, we having also a parse int. Okay, you have to export parse int. Okay, int and parse float. Okay, also there. If I having something, wait for a minute. Okay. My screen is visible to you guys. My screen is visible. Is my screen visible, guys? Okay. 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 So I got okay. Uh, I have what if I ask, so I able to convert into the number. I will get only 10. I think. Let's check. Okay. Let's check. Click. I'm getting only 10. So if you mention something here, that will be the implicit concept, explicit concept, sorry. And if you not mention and convert it by some method like doing plus, okay, some the implicit concept. Any trigger, im- anyone having doubt up to implicit, explicit? Okay, no doubt. I hope so. Let's talk about the this thing, that is interaction. Okay, in future we will use that interaction. Having something like a lot concept. If I talk about this thing, let prompt, let num, and enter a number. Okay, let num and I unsigned enter number, and uh, if I mention alert, okay, and something is like that, hello world, okay, and okay, let's see the thing here. Wait, we have to use just once at a time. So first let's see alert. eh? I'm getting hello world. Okay, so like this I will get when I use alert. Okay, so we using something like in our website when we get some error, or we do something successfully thing. Okay, so let's talk about this thing, uh, that is prompt. So you can take a value from a user by using a prompt. Okay, so prompt function display a dialog box, okay, like same I mentioned that. Okay, alert. Okay, and it will also allow user to enter the number or anything input. Okay, it take two arguments, the message to be display, and what make a input. So if I'm writing something, okay, and enter a number, okay, and I mention some number here. Okay, and I'm doing console.log by the console.log num. Okay, and if I go to there, I am getting enter a number, and if I mention something like 100, and I will say okay, and I will inspect that in my soul I will get 100. Wait a minute, let's do once again. Okay, enter a number. Okay, I already mentioned the number, so don't do that. Okay, remove this thing, and okay, I will run this again. Okay, if I mention 100, I'm getting 100 here. Okay, so it takes two things. First thing, it provided two things. First thing, a message, and second thing, uh, a box to enter something. Okay, a box to enter something. Again, I will rerun this. So we will getting something, that is first thing is a message, enter a number, and box to enter something. Okay, and then I able to use that variable also. Okay, I'm getting the value inside this container, that is num, and I'm making a console. Okay, and I having confirm. Okay, like confirm is something uh if you Here confirm what is meaning of it. Let me confirm. So it will display two thing, okay and cancel. Okay, like I having something, I'm taking const and answer. Okay, answer. Are you sure? Or I would you like to continue? Okay, like this, and I can also console the value. Okay, and if I goes there, I can see I, are you sure? If I say okay, okay, so I'm not getting anything. Let's rerun this. Okay, okay, I'm getting true here. Okay, if I will click on cancel, I will get false here. Got it? Confirm about the confirm prompt and alert, guys. This is very useful during making any website. Okay, so if I talk about what we learn, so JavaScript basic. Okay, why JavaScript you have to learn. Okay, and then we learn JavaScript in a web development, then client server cycle, and then JavaScript variable, and then data types and type conversion. Okay, and then we see the core JavaScript function. This is nothing but core JavaScript function interactions. We called it interactions, or we called it core JS function. Okay. So any doubt up to this? I will start the next topic. So let's talk about JavaScript operators. What is operator, guys? Okay, Sasidhar, I will make a good code file, then I will share. Okay, this is not I mention not everything. Make okay. My question is, what are operators? What is meaning of operator? In campaigns, is meaning of operator. What is meaning of this, guys? What is meaning of operator? I can like in general, I can say a operator is a special symbol that perform operation on a operand. What is it is mathematic term. Operator is also a mathematic term. Means values of variable. Okay. For example, if I will do something console dot log 5 plus 10, okay, like this. Value inside type of thing. Before that, we already seen, okay, implicit and explicit concept. This is a variable and this is a value. Okay, this is a variable and this is a value. So a operator is a symbol that perform operation on a operand. What is operand? Values and variable. Okay, so we having a type of operator. First type is a arithmetic operator. In arithmetic we having a plus, minus. Okay, this is used for multiplication. We called this sign as a called, okay, meaning might be asterisk. Okay, and so we already seen arithmetic operator. Inside that we having this minus. And what is this? What is modulus? Anyone? What is modulus? What this symbol will do? Before that, anyone having idea? We will see what is this. First, let's see what is arithmetic operator. I ask some question, guys. I ask some question. What is modulus? That is nothing but provide us reminder. Reminder operator. Okay, we can call it. And this is division, or we call question operator. Okay, so that is difference between this. It will be divide. It will divide on the value and give the quotients. It will doing same thing, give the remainder. Okay, we having two more thing, plus plus. Okay, so if I having something, that is a plus plus. Okay, like a is equal to 10, and we having a plus plus. A plus plus nothing, that is a short form of a equal to a plus 1. Okay, this is a short form of a equal to a plus 1. Okay, and then we having also plus plus a plus plus a. What is difference between these two things? Okay, a plus plus and plus plus a. So this is called post increment, and this is called pre increment. Okay, so what is post increment peak? It will, on this line, the value of a will be uh, on this line, the value of a will incremented by 1 if this console dot a. Okay, and then what value will come? It come 10, because on this line the value will be incremented by 10. Okay, incremented. Let's see. Oh, printing lot, I think. Not printing anything. Now 10, on this line I'm getting a 10. Okay, then I am getting 11. Okay, and then if I also console this one, console dot log a plus plus, and if I close this thing, remove this thing. Okay, also remove this thing. Okay, see, I having a first value is a 10, and then I am increment here, but the value comes at 10 only. After this line, the value will be incremented. The value will be 11. After this line, the value, if I console A, the value will be, I'm already consoling that A, the value will be 11. And on this line, okay, the value will incremented and then console. It will incremented. Okay, first it will be the same number, and then the value incremented. It will console first, then value will be incremented, and here the value will be incremented. Okay, and here it incremented first, and then we will get the value. Okay, see, I'm stuck there. Okay, 10, 11, 12. So first we do a plus plus, but we get only 10. Okay, I hope everyone clear. Anyone having doubt up to this? I will move forward very fastly. Anyone having doubt, any doubt up to this? Let's talk about a assignment operator. This is not assignment. So if it is equal to x is equal to 10, that will be assignment operator. We assign some value. Okay. And if I do x plus equal to 10, it is equal to okay, it is equal to okay. If I do plus equal to 10, then it is equal to x plus 10. Okay, that will become a 20. Okay, I'm assigning the value. Okay, so these are the assignment. Like this you can write all for that. Okay, like equal, okay, for all those things. Okay, you can also use a modulus here. You can also use a multiplication division. Okay, and this will also come a assignment operator. This will not come in a assignment operator, it will come in a arithmetic operator. Okay, so I completed two type of operator. Okay, now I having something that is called comparison operator. Okay, so I having a triple equal to, okay, double equal to, and triple equal to also. So if I doing if let if I will do something uh, like let x is equal to 10, okay, and let y equal to 10, okay, and I'm consoling this. Okay, so what is value for first one and what is value for second one? Anyone know what will be the output of this and this? Anyone knows? Please response everyone. What will be the value? Okay, see, true, and for the second I am getting false. Why? I having a 10 and 10 as a string. Here I having a number and here I having a string, that is 10. So first equal to it will check the value is equal or not. Okay, and second one, it will check the value in the data type is equal to or not. Okay, so when in the JavaScript do triple equal to x triple equal to y, it take a value as well as data type. Okay, like this we can okay, so this is comparison, and I having some console.log. Okay, this one. So here also the same concept. If I am doing not equal to I, so it will take the value is not equal to right. So what it will provide, it will provide false and it will provide a true. Okay, false and true I am getting. Okay, not equal to x is not equal to y, x is not equal to y. So having, if I console log, okay, uh, so here we will comparison value is greater than equal to, okay, and here we also use the value is less than greater than, it will check the value is less than or not, and it will check it will be it is greater or equal to or not, okay, like that. Okay, so that is a comparison, that is our comparison operator. I think the main concept is this. Okay, let's talk about the next operator, that is a logical operator. So we having a three thing here. It is called logical and, we call this logical and, okay, and we call this logical or, and we call this logical not. Okay, so what's happen here, uh, when I having something console dot log, okay, so I having two, it will check the value is greater or not, okay, first, and value is greater than or not, and end, and logical operator end will perform here. So end will perform a logical, okay, same thing, it will perform logical or if this is okay, if any one of two concept is true, so it will be true. If the both is true, then it will be true, okay, and if the both is here not, if from here if we get from, or if we get a true, then it will convert it, the not operator converted into the false, okay, and if we get here like I mention here something, I will mention console dot log, okay, directly, and I mention here true, okay, and true, and if I am doing false, so true or true, okay, console dot false, okay. See, Here we will get a true for this. Here we will get a false, because both both sides should be true. Okay, then it will give the true. Okay, and here both, if any one of them true, it will be true, so it will true here also. Okay, and here we will get a false, the opposite of the true. Okay, now we having something that is very important. We already seen a string operator. Okay, now we will having bitwise. Okay, so here I having end or XOR logical not, zero fill left shift. Okay, signed right shift. Okay, and unsigned right shift. Okay, we call it, we can call it positive left shift. Okay, so if I talk about example, like I take const a equal to 5, and I'm taking const b equal to 10. Okay, and I'm doing this. Okay, so what it will perform, it will perform binary end. Okay, binary. Okay, binary end here between these number. Sorry, I will get a number that is 000. Let's change this value, that is very big value to compare. Okay, and I will get here the value after end. What is value, binary value of 5? 1010. So if I do, what is binary value of 5, guys? Anyone? See, I am doing here the binary value of 5 is 101. Okay, we always mention in a 4 term, and then I will do here uh, that is 0 0 1 1, and if I will perform the binary end, then I will get 001. Okay, binary end 001. If I perform the binary or, then what I will get? 0 1 1 1. Okay, 1 for this also, 1 for this also, I will get 1. Okay, for this I will get 1, for this I will get 1. Okay, it will compare with this, and this also 0 1 1 1 1 1 for binary or. Okay, if I'll do 1 1, so end. Okay, if I do end, so 1 1 I will get 1, 0 and 1 I will get 0, 1 0 I will get 0, 0 0 0. Got it? Okay, now here I having something XOR. Okay, so what is XOR? With when the value of, if I talking about this 0 1 0 1. Okay, and then I having a 0 0 1 1. Okay, so what is XOR, guys? XOR is nothing when the both is, the value of both thing is equal. Okay, the value of both thing is equal, it will provide us false. Okay, so value should be different. Okay, so value of 0 0 will provide a 0 same value, the value of 1 0 will provide 1. Okay, and the value of 0 1 provide 1, and value of 1 1 provide 0. Got it? Then I having a bitwise not. Okay, so I having a bitwise not operator, this one. So what we will do, it will do like this. How? First we will convert this value into 2s operator, and then we will. Okay, this will provide a left shift, this will provide a right shift, and this is unsigned right shift. Okay, let's see what we'll read throughout this session. So we talk about the data type. Okay, then we discuss operator in a JavaScript, arithmetic, comparison, logical, bitwise. Okay, so here see, if like one is both bit are one. Okay, or if one is either bit is one, and XOR if one is bit are different. Okay, and it will flip the not will flip the all bit. Okay, positive to negative. Okay, then we having something statement, then we having a ternary operator. So we can wind up till the operator. Okay, anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Up to operator. Okay, zero. Okay, okay. Anyone having any doubt regarding operator? Anyone having any doubt? Yes or no? Please mention in the chat. Please mention yes or no. Anyone having any doubt? If you having any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, I think we can wind up here. We will continue and we will very fast tomorrow, because today we will see the basic concept. Okay. No, 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 not a multiply here. Okay. See, that is I already explained here. Okay. That is XOR. Okay. So if the value, okay, if the value of the bits is same, two bits, like two variable, if the bits value is the same, then it will provide a false, and it if it is a different, then it will provide a 1. Okay, if it is a same, then it will provide a 0, and if it is a different, then it will provide 1. Okay, you can say it is opposite of end. Okay, Tarun, but not a purely opposite of end, like opposite of or. Yes, we can also not say completely opposite of or. You can revise it with this concept. It is a combination of and or, XOR, and opposite of it. Got the idea about XOR, Tarun? Okay. Any doubt? Ma'am, can we wind up here?
Yeah, thank you, Ajay. It was a great session. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
all for joining. If there are no doubts or queries, let us wind up the session for today. See you all in the next session. And I hope you all are working on the self-paced learning course. By before the next session, you should complete at least 10 units. Okay. So please complete at least 10 units before the next session. Thank you all. Signing off for the day. Bye all.
Bye everyone. Thank you.